Welcome back everyone. In today's video I will be showing you guys a match that I had while spading the Tempest Mark II where I managed to get 9 kills in a full up tier. This plane at 6.0 sits in a bit of an odd spot with the matchmaker. If you get a down tier you're one of the best planes in the match, but the Tempest Mark II does not do well in an up tier. Yes, the match I'm showing you here is a full up tier, however I only was able to carry this game because everything aligned. I took some risks, including some aggressive head-ons, and I also had help from a tie H on my team who I would not have won the game without. This is another plane that you have to be disciplined in to do well with, as the Tempest doesn't really turn that well, and that is a big problem with this BR. It's very similar to how I fly the Sea Fury, just with a low altitude tune engine, and at a higher BR with its increased performance. So, without further ado, let's hop into the match. My gun settings and my MEC settings for this aircraft will be in the description. So, as you can see, I do take a head-on with the first P-51H and kill him, and now I'm going to go head-on with the second one. And that's why I'm using stealth rounds, so I can take these sneaky head-ons. Unfortunately, those ones don't hit, and I do go up here, which is something you don't really want to do against the P-51H. However, I did have more speed entering this merge, so I'm going to be able to do this once, and I'm going to be able to stall him out if he keeps following the synergy trap. However, as you can see in the right side of my screen, there is another P-51H about to pitch up for me, and I want to be wary of him because if he decides to, I could die unless I take a risky head-on, which I do here, and luckily I end up setting him on fire. I think I took his wingtip off as well, but if I didn't take that head on, I would have died. The third P-51H goes down, and that's how you deal with 3 P-51Hs within 30 seconds with a Tempest Mark II. And yeah, everything aligned there. That's one of the reasons that this game was as successful as it was. Everything was perfect for me. Everything aligned perfectly. My teammate was there to help me a lot. And yeah, you don't really get so lucky in a lot of these matches with these full up tiers. I now go for this Bearcat, and as you can see at these speeds you really start compressing. I don't know how I didn't hit him there. Maybe I just stopped shooting a bit too early. And another thing you have to be careful with the Tempest Mark II is its rip speed. It's obscenely fast in a dive and in general. However, your compression and your low rip speed makes it very sketchy to go in a dive, and now the F8F is completely focused on me, and the TA ends up setting a fire. And now I thought this was severe, so I ended up tapping, and yeah, I feel kind of bad for stealing that, as you can see in the chat. But it is what it is. I ended up stealing. I'm a horrible person. I now go for the second Bearcat. Luckily, my teammate's okay with it, and I'm not going to go for the second Bearcat. I think I just said that, wow. But I'm going to take a head-on, and he doesn't really seem to be paying full attention to me. He's going for the AI. I end up clipping his left wing off, and unfortunately, he ends up J'ing out right before the tie H gets to him. So skipping forward here, me and my tie H just came out of a climb. This is about maybe 2 minutes in, and there are 2 P-51s down to my right, and below me in the tie H right now there is an F-84 and another P-51. And I'm going to, or since he's going for the guys under me, I'm going to go for the 2 P-51s on the other side, just to kind of divide and conquer almost, get these guys' numbers down as quick as possible. And so I'm diving. The Supercharger gear does switch at about 1750 meters. And that right now I'm just kind of seeing which P-51 I can easily kill, and this one is damaged, so if he makes it back to base, however, then he's going to be a very big problem. So I'm just going to do a little click, take him out of the match, and extend away from the other P-51. And now there is an F-84, and that's going to be a major problem since he literally is just twice as fast as me. I take a head-on, and I only get a hit, which is unfortunate. However, I think that hit was actually a critical hit because the F-84 suddenly loses a lot of his maneuverability. And as you can see, he turns around. He's going to lose a lot of speed in that upwards turn. And I'm thinking if I don't kill him right now, or maybe in the next pass, then he's just going to ruin my game. So I go head-on. Unfortunately, none of those hit. I go up now because I still have plenty of energy over both of these guys. The F-84 dives away, and the P-51 can't really do much right now besides stay below me. I'm not going to go for him because he's going directly under me without dodging. He's kind of slow. He gives me a pretty easy shot. I take him out, and I'm now going to turn towards the F-84, and luckily he's not going to be able to turn into me in time. And he goes down as well, and that is 8 kills with 1 ammo load. And now I'm going to rush over to help my teammate. However, as you can see, I have basically no ammo, and I can only give him moral support after this head-on. So I'm going to take a head-on. However, the F-84 recognizes that, and he ends up dodging all my rounds. I do a loop over him just to kind of make him extend more. I fire my singular Hispano bullet left. Unfortunately, that doesn't hit either. As you can see, there are 3 enemies left, 2 F-84s and a P-51H, and I'm going to RTB since I have no ammo. I can't really help him, and he's going to have to fend for himself. Miraculously, even in a 1v3, the TIE H on my team ends up killing the P-51H and getting away from both F-84s. Right before the transition here, after I landed RTB'd, one of the F-84s actually crashed into the ground, so I am going to have the middle of the map all to myself while the TIE H deals with the last F-84. And I'm just going to try and get the tickets down as much as possible, so I'm going to go for some AIs. And yeah, this is pretty self-explanatory. AIs get the ticket down, they're not that hard to shoot down. And yeah, right now, the TIE H is kind of distracting the F-84, but there isn't much he can do to catch him. So the F-84 does end up wandering his way back towards me in a second. As you can see, he's fighting the TIE H right now, but he will in a second come back towards me. I'm speeding this part up because no one really wants to see me ground pound. If you want to, you can skip forward like 30-40 seconds in the video. But yeah, I'm just going to leave this part out. Alright, so I now have the F-84 diving on me, and I'm not very fast. However, I do have a bit of altitude to gain that speed. This plane is very, very good in a dive. It gains a lot of speed very fast compared to most other props of this BR. I attempt to reverse him, but he's probably going 900 at this point, so it makes the shot hard for him. However, it makes me reversing him even harder. As you can see, right as I turn around, he's already 1.2 away. And yeah, the TIE H is behind me now. However, there is literally nothing he can do either because he's not a very fast prop at this BR. I'm a very fast prop, and I'm going to have an extreme amount of trouble catching this guy. However, the tickets are low for him, and we are going to win on tickets if he doesn't do anything. So eventually, he is going to turn back in. And yeah, I would not have won this match without the TIE H's help. Even though I think he only got 1 kill. However, him distracting the entire enemy team for a bit while I was RTB really helped save us. Really helped save this match. The F-84 does end up turning around, and I start shooting. And yeah, that's a bit of a skill issue on my part. I loop back down to try and catch him. He goes for the TIE H and isn't really paying attention to me. However, when he misses, he ends up extending away, and you can see he still has much more speed than us. And a couple of my rounds do hit. However, it's just not enough. F-84s, actually all jets in general, I feel like props do less damage to them. And I think that's a legitimate thing. However, after some time, the tickets are about to go out, the F-84 turns back in again, I get a hit on his right wing, and that's going to severely hinder his energy retention. I'm going to be able to catch him, and it's all about shooting him down before I run out of ammo again. And that is going to be game. GG's. I will show the rewards at the end of the video, but yeah, that's going to be it. I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace out.